Listen up, patriots, gaytriots, and natriots. We have a new podcast that has dropped. It's called iHip News. It's Monday through Friday, every day, 15 to 20-minute hot takes on the political landscape of the United States of America, always served with a side of petty grievances.
We are on all the available platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, whatever you get your podcasts, and YouTube.
Please go rate, subscribe, and review so that we will chart upwards with America's greatest legal mind. Pumps, what does an eagle say?
CACAW!
A little bit more enthusiasm.
CACAW!
That's it. That's
CACAW!
That's the patriotism that this country needs right there.
So are we supposed to start the podcast?
Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to I've Had It podcast, home of America's legal eagle, America's greatest legal mind. I'm Jennifer.
I'm Angie.
How are you today, Pumps?
You know what? I'm great. I'm just great. Look fabulous, of course.
Let's do this. Hello, patriots, gaytriots, and natriots.
CACAW!
There we go.
I kind of scared you a little bit.
Yeah, there was about a 1 to 2 second delay.
Yeah, I was seeing if you were paying attention.
Let's try it again. Welcome, patriots, gaytriots, and natriots.
CACAW!
There we go. That's what America needs.
Robust CACAW.
From the legal eagle. From America's legal eagle.
That really cracks me up.
Pumps, what have you had it with?
Okay, what I've had it with is when you're signing up for an account and they give you a password suggestion. And the password suggestion is like 35 characters and numbers that make no fucking sense. There's no way in the history of the world, even if I wrote it down, that I would get it right. And you have to do like 2 or 3 steps to not get the suggested password. And then they argue with you about your password. Well, this password's too easy. Well, you need a more complicated password. It's like, I'm barely getting by with a password. Like, I have the same password for everything. I can't remember it all the time. Like, it's stored in my phone. It's stored in my computer. I screw it up about half the time. So just leave me alone on my password. Quit shaming me for my password. Quit suggesting an impossible password because I cannot use it. It bugs the fuck out of me.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you something because somebody's going to have to tell you. They suggest those passwords because then the next step, if you accept it, is your phone will save it and store it so that then each time you go in, it's just there. I initially kind of struggled with this thing because I like to use passwords about things or human beings that I'm fond of. It's just kind of a way that makes me happy. But the hacking and all of that is a problem. So now the cloud people that live up in the clouds, right, they store all these crazy passwords for us, and then it just automatically loads it.
I know that. And that would be great. But what if I'm on my computer?
You got to sync them all up. It's all the same cloud. The computer, the phone, the watch, all have the exact same cloud. And the same raindrops drop out of it.
Okay, but here's another thing. So when my kids call me and they're like, hey, what's the Hulu password? If I've used their fucked up password, I don't have a clue. I mean, half the time I don't have a clue anyway. But I'm just saying, like.
That's a good point.
I mean, it's just like, I get that on my phone I could do it, but it has to travel.
Mm-hmm.
And we all know that I barely get by with the password situation when I know what it is.
I know what your password is.
It's been the same since.
For 30 years.
It's not hard.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, the password, I had that happen to me and I just thought, fuck off. Quit shaming me about my password.
Yeah, no, and it's difficult to want to unravel out of it, to do your own password.
No, they don't make it easy.
Yeah,
they really want you to use their password.
Computers, watches, and phones have gotten really, really bossy. There's an extra layer of bossiness where they are really bossing us around. Like, you're going to use this, but on our terms, and it doesn't get to be on your terms anymore. I guess it's the robots are, challenging us. I continue to fail miserably. Please identify the crosswalks. And we've talked about it on the podcast multiple times. The other day, I went through, I think, 7 different rounds because I think I overthink
I
them.
overthink it all the time.
I'm like, well, right down here on this corner, there's a little bit of a crosswalk there. So I'm going to go ahead and exit. And then no.
And then if it's like, do the stop signs, but then there's a stop light. I'm like, do you put the light in? Because it's, I can just outthink the shit out of it, which helped me immensely on the LSAT, but doesn't help me when I'm trying to prove I'm not a robot.
You hear that? Legal Eagle, the LSAT. All right, so let me tell you what I've had it with.
Okay.
I've had it with recently. I've seen these online, and I think they need to end once and for all. And these are highly choreographed family photos wherein all of the family members are wearing matching outfits. Particularly, I saw one recently where the whole family was on vacation and they had on khaki pants, like the mom and the daughter had on khaki shorts or a skirt. And then they had on white Oxford shirts with the sleeves rolled up, with the collar kind of messy. And they were all kind of holding hands walking down the beach. And here's what I think when I see that photo. I don't think, oh my God, what a darling family. And that's what the mother who organized that thing, that's the intended take that she wants the viewer to have. Here's what I think. At some point, when she planned this vacation, she thought, I'm going to hire a photographer on the beach. And then she went to all of these different stores to make sure everybody had matching outfits. And then you got this husband who's been suckered into this thing and these kids that have to wear these outfits, and you have to do it during golden hour. So you're either doing it super early or super late so you can get the good light, right? And she's got her whole family dolled up for this one shot. And I don't even think about the shot because it's so highly choreographed and highly produced that I think about all the fuckery that went in before the photo, before the plane ever took off to get to that beach, at the hotel, telling everybody who's enjoying their vacation that they have an appointment.
Right.
A photo shoot.
Right.
And how miserable that is. And then everybody's bitching, moaning. Finally, it ends. And then she's harassing that photographer to get the proofs. And then she's going through all, honey, look at this.
Right.
Look at nobody gives a shit.
Nobody cares.
Except for her.
Right.
And then she finally gets to that coveted time where it can be posted on the World Wide Web. And this, thinking, and then of course all the comments are sweet because not everybody's an asshole like you or I are.
Right.
And even, it's like, oh my God, darling family photo. But I've just kind of had it with the choreography behind, look at this perfect, happy family.
Yeah, I get that. I will say for all the reasons you stated, for me, the white and khaki or black and jean or whatever it is, because my experience with family photos is bad. Every time I've ever taken a family photo, I hated my kids. My kids hated me. It was hostile the entire time.
Right. That's what I see when I see that choreographed photo.
How hostile it is.
I see the hostility.
Yes.
I see the war, the trench warfare that went on behind that photo. And I want to say, listen up, sis. I know you're trotting this thing out on Instagram and on Facebook and on TikTok. Like, look at this idyllic American family and how choreographed and coordinated we are. But I'm not buying it. I know that there was a lot of fuckery that went on behind the scenes to pull that off. That's the footage I want. That's what I want to see.
There's no question. I'd enjoy it more if they said, here's our perfect family photo. You would not believe the shit I had to go through to get it. But see, the outfit thing, that's like, it takes it out of the equation. Like, I don't have to fight with Emily. I don't have to fight with Sam. I don't have to fight with Luke. Everybody's fucking wearing this.
Did you make everybody
No,
wear an
I've never
outfit?
done that. But when I see that, I think, she took that one problem off her plate. You think it's more problems?
It's more problems because then the kid's going to be like, this is dorky. I don't want to wear this.
it.
I would never pick this out for myself.
Right. You've got that. But then you have the clash. I guess I just have PTSD from family photos. I mean, I just think they're hard. The expectation that you're going to roll in with 3 kids and nail a family photo without anger, frustration, and even tears. It's unattainable. That does not exist. Rolling in, everybody's happy. We give 5 smiles. Oh my gosh, those are great shots. I mean, I've had kids fall in lakes before. I've had kids broke a clavicle before. Like, everything about a photo to me is trauma because it's miserable.
Josh, when he was really, really photographing a lot, he would get our poor kids, our 2 sons, and he would get them dressed up super cute. I mean, really cute.
He has good taste.
And he would bribe them. Like, I will take you to go. They like to collect these little Mario and Luigi plushies because they were really into all the Super Mario stuff. He's like, if you will go to this photo shoot with me, and the boys were his subject, then I'll take you and I'll buy you new plushies. And so they would do it. And we have these darling photos. But I remember one time we were on this trip and traveling with Josh when he was at like peak photographer mode. It was impossible to get from point A to point B because he had to make 20 stops to photograph some random thing that he wanted it to look super artsy. I'll never forget, we were in Paris and I'd had it, and we had just like cut through the area by the Louvre, and I'm walking fast and I just want to get back to the hotel. It's hot and I can't find him. And the kids are like, Mom, where's Dad? Where's Dad? And I turn around and I am just like mad. And I turn around and I look at him and I go, Josh, hurry up. And he's like across the street, and he just picks up the camera and aims it right at me as I'm yelling at him, and just click, 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 click. So we have this series of photographs where I'm like, come on, you're taking forever. And I'm just like, so we get back to the hotel, and of course he downloads. And those were the ones that he wanted most, where he got me being angry, because we have the photos where we kind of stopped along the way, but those are the best.
Those are the best ones.
Me ash chewing him are the best ones.
They're the best ones.
He's
those
like,
I would like to see on Instagram.
He's like, here's the sheriff series right here where she's bossing me around. All right. I guess I already welcomed everyone to I've Had It. I did at the top of the hour.
Yeah.
And not here. But this is the time of the podcast where we kick it to Kathy. Kathy, how are you today?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. I'm glad you're doing well. Do you have anything on the internet that needs to be brought to our attention?
I do have a couple of reviews that need to be read.
Okay.
This one is a 5-star review titled Patriots and Gaytriots. And it says, whenever Pumps goes CACAW, I think to myself, that's the gayest eagle I've ever heard.
Yes! That's That's exactly what I'm going for.
It's a gay eagle.
We have a gay eagle here at I've Had It podcast.
We sure do.
All right, this one's 5 stars from A Little Bit Lily, titled A Thought. I think a lesbian experience would fix both of them. But then the podcast wouldn't be nearly as entertaining, so never change, ladies.
Would fix. That's one of my favorite reviews in a while.
I like it.
Yeah, I think
It'll fix them.
I think
I'll probably take a lot more than that, but I like where she's headed.
I do. I like it. A lesbian experience would fix both of them, but don't get fixed, because then you wouldn't be the train wrecks that you are every Tuesday and Thursday.
I do like that. That's one of my favorites.
I do too. That's
Fix.
Excellent. Pumps, our ability to suck and then wake up the next day and suck more than the previous day is undefeated.
It's unparalleled. We are the champions.
If you would like to see how bad we suck, please join us in New York City in November for, just some world-class shit talking.
That's right.
Live
and in person.
That's right. Pumps, a lot of our listeners ask us, what is Lumen? And I'm here to tell them that Lumen is the world's first handheld metabolic coach. It's a device that measures your metabolism through your breath. And on the app, it lets you know if you're burning fat or carbs and gives you a tailored guidance to improve your nutrition, workouts, sleep, and even stress management.
I did not realize how much your metabolism affects your overall health.
You're right, Pumps. Your metabolism is your body's engine. It's how your body turns the food you eat into the fuel that keeps you going. Because Lumen gives you recommendations to improve your metabolic health. Listener, if you want to take the next step in improving your health, go to lumen.me/hadit to get 15% off your Lumen. That's lumen.me/hadit for 15% off your purchase. We would like to thank Lumen for sponsoring this episode. Pumps, summer is over and the kids are back in school and everybody has earned some me time. And Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings Event is on. I asked our friends at Sono Bello for something special, and they said, how about we make I've Had It listeners eligible for our annual Friends and Family Fall Savings Event. This is a rare event. You'll enjoy some special savings at Sono Bello. Doctors, nurses, and staff friends and families receive, but appointments are limited, so you need to schedule now. Sono Bello doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal, a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently wherever your problem areas are: tummy, sides, thighs, and arms, or saggy, loose, jiggly skin. It's gone in one comfortable visit. It's your choice. Starve yourself and hit the gym every day, or you can lose that fat in a day with Sono Bello. Do this for you and save big during Sono Bello's Friends and Family Fall Savings Event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/hadit. That's Sono, BELLO.com/hadit. Kathy, what are we going to talk about this episode? What do you have in store for our listener?
We have some top-notch voice memos today.
Yes,
My favorite.
I love the voice memos.
I do too.
All right, up first, we've got Colton.
Hey, Maria Sharapova, pickleball, and Princess Diana of podcasting. All right, let's fucking cut to the chase. I have fucking had it with man spreaders, all right? And let me tell you this. I am a man with a larger than average penis. And yet every time I'm sitting on the train or I'm sitting on a fucking plane, I'm always sat next to a man spreader who's spreading his legs wider than when Pump sees Hassan walk in the fucking room. Well, we all know he's just packing a little smoky. All right? Fucking Professor Teeny Weeny of Micro Dick University. I fucking had it. Anyways, onward Christian soldiers or whatever. Wait, I mean, hold on, Pumps, real quick. Do you have to spread your legs for the Memo meat curtains? I don't think you do. All right, toodles.
That's your soulmate.
Colton, I want to marry you.
What was it? The micro penis of
No, wait, it was Teeny Weeny of Micro Penis University. That's fantastic. That's an A+.
Oh my God.
Do I have to spread for the meat curtains? That's fantastic. I love it.
You know,
The Little Smoke, he threw in Little Smokey.
Little Smokey, you know,
That was fantastic.
Josh Welch man spreads
Does he?
or he crosses. It's one of the two. He's either full-blown spread eagle like you, the legal eagle, or he crosses his legs. And this is one thing he does that bugs the shit out of me.
Just one.
This drives me fucking crazy. So we'll be at some restaurant that's small on the inside. And he decides, where the tables are close together, and he decides, and he's 6'3", okay? Yeah. He decided that he'll decide that he needs to cross his legs at the table. And because his legs are so long, that means his chair's back about 10 to 12 inches more than what it would normally be.
I've seen
And so then the waiters and the other diners are bumping around him. And when they bump into him, he acts like they're the problem.
Right. I've seen it.
Not realizing that he's the problem. And sometimes I just want to say, uncross your legs and push your fucking chair up. But then I just don't want to get into it. You know, there's so many things in a relationship where it's like, do I pick this or do I just let him sit there in asshole isolation? And then I just kind of look at the waitress and I'm like,
sorry.
You know, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I've seen him do that.
Yeah.
I have seen him do that. I do remember, I don't know if anybody will remember, but Jennifer and Josh won a pickleball tournament at one point.
Oh.
And they had to call an emergency meeting to tell everyone they were the championship at this pickleball tournament. So Josh was sitting in this chair, and he had on shorty shorts, and he was doing the man spreading. Nobody on planet Earth noticed that it looked like he didn't have on shorts. He had a stage 5 meltdown. He stalked Kylie. He stalked you. He was rolling in through the office because he was mad about how it looked like he didn't have on anything but panties.
It looked like he had on panties. And of course, all the Gaytriots on YouTube
Fucking loved it.
In the comment section, look at Josh manspreading. Is Josh wearing panties? Why does Josh not have on pants? And of course, Josh goes and reads every comment.
Of course he does.
Completely unravels. And then comes up here talking to us about it. Did I look like that?
Right.
What do you think? We're like, who cares? Get over it. You wouldn't believe all the shit that's said about us day in, day out on the internet.
Can't worry about it.
Oh, that was great. God, that was a great video.
Yeah, it was great. I particularly enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was for a audience of 1.
Yes, for me.
That's correct.
Okay, I have to bring it up because he's talking about the man spreading. Think about that pole vaulter from France when he has to sit.
I'll tell you what.
That was impressive.
If you're going to go viral for something as a man, I would think that because your dick is so big would be like one of the top reasons you would want to go viral.
1,000,000%.
Let me ask you this. Okay. Considering you're such a size queen.
Right.
How many times did you watch the pole vault?
I probably watched it 5 or 6 times because then I had to tell people about it. Then I had to show people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But when I first saw it, I was just like, what?
Were you impressed?
I was so impressed. I was impressed.
I would imagine a size queen like yourself seeing some hot French guy roll that out at the Olympics might have been probably right up there with, Team USA winning a gold medal.
Right. No, it was.
That
was the gold medal for him.
Oh, yeah. And clearly for you, too. 5 or 6 times in a row.
5 or 6 times, yeah.
Running around gossiping about it around town.
Oh, my God, did you see this?
Just a little gossip
But I will say, every person I showed, she was like, oh, my God. It was impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the gold standard for a man. Want to go viral? That's what you want to go viral for.
Yeah.
Agree.
All right, Kylie, who's next?
All right, up next we've got Bobby.
Hi guys. Lately I've had it with being a patriot because nobody understands me. The other day I was watching TikToks comparing the RNC to the DNC and I was just fucking laughing. And then I don't know where I went, CACAW! Because, being a patriot, I guess gaytriot. And my husband was like, are you okay? And I'm just like, you don't understand. I just love Kamala so much. Anyway, love you guys both just as much as Pumps loves CACAW!
You know what I love?
What?
We're getting more unhinged about our patriotism and
It's spreading.
Penises. Our listeners are getting more unhinged. It's like, it's a movement.
It is a movement.
It really is.
No, I fucking love that.
Yeah, I do too.
I fucking love that. And you get so excited, caught up in the enthusiasm with all the Kamala momentum. Like I feel more patriotic. I mean, I think it was our idea. The DNC's trying to take credit for it, but I think
agree.
it's our idea.
I think
we're taking it back. You don't get to have it.
Yep.
It's not yours.
Yep.
It belongs to all of us, and you all tried to overthrow it. Fuck off. It's ours. CACAW! I've had it.
You know what we could do? You know that video that you referred to earlier where Josh and I were smug as fuck, where Josh was wearing his panties during the YouTube video of our pickleball victory lap tour? We could do a really petty timeline episode of the first time we said that we were going to take the flag back.
Right.
And then we mentioned it and how much time elapsed until they made that announcement at the DNC. And we're supporters. We're glad to provide,
inspiration,
scrambled jets for people to, because we're all on the same team.
I do think that the only thing that would have made it a little bit better if they would have said, we're reclaiming the flag, we're reclaiming patriotism. And thank you, Angie and Jennifer, if I've had a podcast, for being the inspiration for this movement. I mean, they don't have to. I'm not all about credit. It's fine.
Right. It just would have been a nice touch.
It would have been a nice touch.
Let me tell you what I think would have been. Here's my only note to the showrunners and producers of the DNC. This is my only note. It would have been a really nice touch if you would have had some real eagles in the corners, maybe 6 to 7 eagles that did a Cirque du Soleil style, like scrambled jet, and you could hear them going, caw, you know, and then like maybe they're throwing like live fish at them to eat. You know, I think that was the one missing component. Other than that, it is 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
But I think if you wanted to be at 12 out of 10, there was a huge oversight in not having a live eagles fly around at the United Center.
The only thing about that, which I'm all in on, is there would have been eagle shit somewhere.
No, I think these could have been potty trained eagles.
Okay. If they're going to be
They're
flying
Democrats.
around, they're Democrats, they're civilized. Okay, I have a funny story about this. Okay, so when we started our YouTube show, we had to get new pictures. For whatever reason, Jennifer and I are in the Sonic drive-thru, and she says, I know what we need for this picture. And I was like, what? And she was like, a live eagle. Call to see if there's a sanctuary where we can get a live eagle. And in my head, I'm thinking, how's that going to work? But I'm a dutiful soldier.
You are.
So I start calling, and I'm just like, so halfway through, it's like the ledge. It was kind of like, you think we can really do a picture with the live eagle? I mean, they are live birds, you know. And I called the zoo. Nobody called me back, but that's not here nor there. But I mean, that's how committed we are to the eagle.
I'm just saying, I still would like to do a photo shoot
With an eagle.
Yes, and what you do is you have these bird handlers, people that handle birds, and you put this like big leather type glove on, and these birds can be trained. They're not stupid, all right, which is why we've taken it back. Mm-hmm. And I do think they could have been like, Beyonce no-showed. It would have been fabulous to have a Cirque du Soleil eagle performance, but
it really would have been.
Since the DNC dropped the ball on that and copied all of our other ideas,
right,
we can take that over the finish line. Right. And you and I in here, we could do a whole podcast with just an eagle sitting, like on our arm. And you know how they kind of go.
Yeah, we could just sit here. I could have two. And then every now and then I could go, caw. We could do a little live sync, like caw, caw, caw.
You're going to have to do it like those eagles need you have to be an eagle.
Yeah.
You have to be a legal eagle.
I'm a legal eagle.
All right. It's devolved.
Devolved.
Who's next?
Okay, up next, Jen, with your Had It, I think you and Nicholas are twin flames.
Oh.
Hi, my name is Nicholas, and I am from Hampton, Virginia, and I just wanted to say that I've fucking had it with family TikTok pages. Like, I'm so tired of seeing you and your daughter and your son and your fucking miserable-looking husband wearing all the same color, just walking around doing life shit. Like, I don't care what you're eating. I don't care what your kid does at school. I don't care where you shop. I don't care what you bought at Target. I really don't give a shit about any of it. I really just don't want to see your kids. Thanks. Bye.
Okay. Here's the deal. He is 100% spot on. When did people think that doing a normal activity, like buying a cup of coffee or drinking it, was worthy of producing a clip to post it on the internet?
I don't know, because there is nothing more boring than somebody's coffee, somebody's food,
somebody's kids.
Somebody's kids.
Let's face it. Let's just rip the Band-Aid off, all right? Nobody gives a shit about your kids but you and their extended family,
right?
The grandparents.
Nobody
fucking cares at all. And this just has got to be said and said over and over and over again. Having kids is not a novel, new, innovative, nor unique thing that our species is doing. Quit bragging about it.
Right. You're not the first person to ever do it. You're not the last person. There is nothing special about your kid except to you. They're all pretty much the same. You love them because they're yours, but the entire population of the world could give two fucks.
Let me ask you this.
Okay.
On the family that Nicholas talks about.
Like they do it all together.
The TikTok family. You got the dorky dad, the mom that's the choreographer, and then the kids, okay? And they're all in on it. Thick as thieves doing this shit. Who do you hate more, the parents or the kids?
Parents, 100%.
Yeah.
100%. The parents. Absolutely. Because the kids.
Splitting hairs for me.
You think?
I know the kids are innocent. I know they are. And I know that they're basically like experiencing Stockholm syndrome via their parents. I get it. I mean, but I kind of, there's the whole, it's splitting hairs. Like I don't like other people's kids that much as a default setting. And then I don't like the parents, but then it's like the kid is part of the DNA of both of them. So I mean, I could go either way.
Yeah, I just think what it boils down to at the end of the day, all of the kids I can't stand. It's because of their parents.
That's true.
I mean, it's always because the parents are insufferable. And so you hate the kid by proxy.
Yeah.
And the kid didn't do anything wrong. It's not the kid's fault.
Some kids are assholes.
No, a lot of kids are assholes. But I'm just saying, like, there are perfectly normal kids that I hate because I think their parents are insufferable.
Yeah. And there are some really good kids that I like, and I can't stand their parents.
Right. Yeah, it happens all the time.
You know, Pumps, shifting my wardrobe from summer to fall is always such a challenge.
Mine too, but I'll tell you what helps me so much are my Quince silk washable tank tops because they are summer, they're fall, and they're easy to maintain.
You know what I like from Quince? The cashmere sweaters, and they start at just $50, and they also have pants for every single occasion. The best part of all, though, is that Quince items are priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands. So that makes that crazy challenge of shifting your wardrobe so much more affordable and doable. Listener, make switching seasons a breeze with Quince's high-quality closet essentials. Go to quince.com/hadit for free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. That's QUINCE.com/hadit to get free shipping and 365-day returns. Quince.com/hadit. All right, Kylie, who's next?
All right, up next we've got Kayla.
Good morning. My name is Kayla and I live in Washington, and my I've had it is with all the fucking titty babies in your comment section. And let me tell you why. So something that I have noticed across all social media platforms is that the people who get the most upset and offended are the ones who don't have profile pictures of themselves. I pointed this out, and of course I offended McKinley's mom, but you know, that's fine. Having an opinion is like having an asshole. We all fucking have them. Some are bleached, some are unbleached. That's fine. We can respect each other. But Jesus Christ, everybody needs to just calm down, chill out. It's not that deep. Maybe you need something deep to just fucking relax, but oh my God, just chill. Have a nice day. Okay, love you and the Frenchies. Bye.
Oh, she loves it.
No, the comment section after the DNC, I mean, it was magnificently unhinged. And it's you have the, you know, the basic Trump 2024.
Right.
And then you have these are the funny people. Give me your top 2 reasons as why you support Kamala Harris. I'm going to be like, that's exactly where you go to get voting advice, is the Instagram comment section, you dipshit.
Right.
And then you have the people that I have no clue where they've been. I have literally no idea where these people have been the last 2 years. But they say, you guys are liberals? I'm out. Bye. I'm like,
Where have you been?
what are you talking? This was hilarious. I saw one, And this was the I've Had It page, not Jennifer Welch, not yours, not Jennifer Welch Designs, my interior design page. Somebody commented on I've Had It. You're a Democrat? I only follow this page for interior design tips. Unfollowing. Bye.
See, okay, here's the thing. Here's what I hate about this. There is a tendency for people that are not in the MAGA cult to perceive those in the MAGA cult as low IQ. And then they reveal themselves, and the only thing you can think is not real smart.
Not super smart.
Not super smart. And it's not like on purpose you think that. It's because of their stuff.
Well, and there's a toxicity level to it and an entitled level to it. Like you see, we talk about this a lot, but you see the titty baby white women that feel like we're somehow traitors and they feel like we should curate our content for them. You know, everything else in their life has been tailor-made for them. So why aren't we making our podcast for them? Because they think we're funny when we talk about our daily grievances that aren't political. But I think it's important to point out that all of these women that end up not liking our podcast, they get uncomfortable because we call out their problematic, duplicitous views on homosexuality, on minorities, the way they vote, et cetera. And it makes them very uncomfortable. And white women in particular, not all, there's a lot of fucking awesome white women. Right. I'm talking about the trolls on Instagram. They think that the world should be curated for them. And in many regards, it has been their whole lives. And so when they see women that like us, and we don't think the same way they do, the audacity and the arrogance to come in the comment section and tell us, number one, we're going to give a shit that you unfollowed. Like, could give two shits. You look like the asshole in the comment section to everybody, you know, except for the MAGA cult. But I agree with her. I kind of have had it with the commenters, but I also get a big kick out of it.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like,
Pumps and I both get a big kick out of it that something we say riles people up that much that they're sitting there with their thumbs and their keyboard courage, firing off all this crazy shit, and they're putting it in writing on the internet where everybody can see it. I mean, that to me is just an interesting dynamic of social media. I'm stupid. And I want everybody else to know exactly how I'm stupid. And I'm going to triple down on my stupidity by fighting with complete strangers in the comment section on Instagram.
Yeah. No, I don't understand it, but there's a part of me that likes it.
I do too.
I mean, that's just because I'm fucked up.
And I like it that they think that we're so hurt.
That they think we would give a fuck.
When they unfollow, that's like,
oh my gosh.
My God, Becky just unfollowed us.
Becky, come back. Please, come back. Okay, but I'm going to break your heart. I do that on Truth Social.
Yep. Okay, listen up, listener.
I'd get on there.
Pumps has been getting on Truth Social. We got a burner account on Truth Social because we got to keep our eyes on Trump because we have this other podcast, iHip News, where we talk about politics. Because that's what Pumps and I are most interested in and talk about all the time, whether we're filming a podcast or not. We're both diehard news junkies and political junkies. So Kathy sets up a Truth Social, and she gives Pumps the login password. Pumps downloads Truth Social. She sat on the sofa in my office here at the recording studio, entertained for hours on end. She was unproductive. She didn't prepare any content for the episode. She's over there fighting with, Patriot hard-on cock 4-3.
I've got a big dick because I'm an alpha male. 22.
She's over there fighting with all the alpha males in between all the ivermectin ads.
Right. And all the fucking shit he's schlepping.
Yeah.
But no, I do. I mean, because I talk about advertising how dumb you are. It's just unbelievable.
And her responses on Truth Social, you guys, are hilarious. She gets Legal Eagle breaks out. And some of her responses, Kathy, do you have any of them where she's responded that you can do a dramatic reading for?
Okay, yeah, I've got one right here. Someone named Elizabeth posted on Truth Social saying, Trump won. And our burner account responded, that is a complete lie. Said lie was disproven 61 times in court. Shame on you for undermining democracy in service of a mentally unstable sociopath.
Said lie. Do you hear that? You hear that, listener? You hear that, legal eagle? We got to get those eagles live in studio. And you know what you could do? You could live stream fighting with Trumpers on True Social with an eagle sitting on your shoulder.
That would be great. I mean, that would be fabulous. Just getting our hands on an eagle. It's not as easy as you might think, as I tried.
Said lie. That is a complete lie. 61 times in court.
I can't help it. It just, because it doesn't take a whole lot, but it just reminds me of all the cult. You know, I've studied a lot of cults in my documentary.
Oh, I know. You're basically a cult. You're basically the
cult
country's leading expert
on cults.
On cults. I agree with that.
So it's like, on purpose, they tell you, do not Google stuff in these cults. And the people don't. They don't Google the truth. And it's like, they have internet, but they don't get on it. And so I'm just like, just do a light Google. Just a little
goog.
Just
hit
a
the
slight
goog.
goog. And it's just like, they won't do it. They will not do it.
Enter. Dun, 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 dun. America's legal eagle takes to her burner count on True Social to educate the rubes.
Yeah. And I do get a lot of, you won't even show your face. You don't even have any followers. Blah, 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 blah.
You know what? I think you should respond to that.
CACAW!
You know what, Kylie? We need to add an eagle as her avatar.
Should I change our username to the Legal Eagle?
No.
69?
Yes. I don't want him to know that. I mean, these people are crazy.
We're talking about it on our
right. That's true.
On our podcast right now for our one listener.
Yeah, but they're so deep in the rabbit hole. These people, they're just not smart.
You heard it. There you have it. You heard it there from America's legal eagle and America's premier expert on cult-like behavior.
Yes.
All right, let's do our last caller of the day. Kylie, who is it?
Our last caller is going to be Sam.
Hello to Jennifer and Pumptina Aguilera.
I like that.
I have fucking had it with people saying, "What do you mean?" Like, what the fuck do you mean? What do I mean? Exactly what I said. That's why I fucking said it. I will lay out the most eloquent, most perfectly worded sentence or idea or demand or question or anything. And if you come at me with the "what do you mean" bullshit, it either means you want me to explain myself again because you weren't listening or because you're just a fucking dumbass.
Right.
So I fucking had it.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
What do you think he means by that?
I mean, we could start with stupid questions and just go down. Here's the thing. This happens to me, and there's nothing that I want to say more than, especially if it's in writing, and I get the same questions I've already answered in the detailed memo/email/text that I sent. And then you ask question after question that's already been answered. I want to say, can you fucking read C above? But you can't say that to people because then you're the asshole. It's like, who's the asshole? You're the asshole. But I think he's right. I think they're not paying attention.
I also think it's a defense mechanism. You can say to somebody, I don't appreciate the way that you just spoke to me, or I asked you to do XYZ and you didn't do it, and I don't appreciate that. And somebody will say, what do you mean? And it's like, I just told you exactly what I meant. And it was that you didn't do your shit and I don't appreciate it. So what do I mean is spelled out for you. Crystal clear.
Yeah, it's a different, that makes sense.
I think it's a defense mechanism.
Right.
Like somebody's waiting, like responding. How can I respond to this?
Yeah. No, a lot
buying
of defensive
time. A lot of buying time.
That's what I was going to say. It's buying time. They're trying to skirt around the fact they made a mistake, they weren't paying attention. Yeah, you're right. It's a time buyer.
Mm-hmm. But I'm with him. I've had it with that.
Had it.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do I mean?
Right. Read the fucking thing. I just said it in plain English.
Here's what I want to just start doing in general is when I say something really crystal clear, like I want to go to Pumps, let's go to lunch today at noon, and I want to go eat Mexican food. And then you say, are you sure you want to eat Mexican food? Then I'm going to start asking a question to your question. Are you sure you want to eat Mexican food? I'm just going to keep flipping the script.
But it's exhausting.
I know, but you know what? I kind of want to fuck with people.
Yeah. There is some joy in that.
We're getting older.
Mm-hmm.
You especially don't have that much time left on this earth. And I think that, everybody's embracing being unhinged nationwide.
100%.
Why don't we get to be?
Right.
Why can't we record a podcast with live eagles in here? Why? Why can't we?
Right.
Why can't we be unhinged?
Some would argue we're already there, but here's the deal.
I think
it can always get worse.
And also it could be fixed with our first lesbian experience. Pumps, say pumps. No. CACAW! All right, listen. Come to our tour. We've got New York, Patreon. That post show starts here in a minute. We're working overtime. We're working our fingers to the bone. People are copying us left and right. Pumps, tell them.
We will see you next Tuesday and Thursday.
I'll tell you what I've had it with.